The concept topology, I think already I displayed on the screen. Everyone, you can see that. The concept topology, it is mainly depending upon the important concept or basic concept of mathematics is called set. Okay, I hope all of you know that the set definition is a well-defined collection of objects or elements. Okay, clear? The set means a well-defined collection of objects or elements. So by using that concept only, there is a new term existence in the mathematics called this topology. Okay, so the what is topology? Why we have to study this topology? So that we have to know, but this concept is depending upon the a non-empty set called X. So you can see that in the notes. First definition is topological spaces is there. In this topological spaces, so we are considering that a non-empty set X here. Okay, so the definition of a topology is let X be a non-empty set. Let X be a non-empty set. For that non-empty set X, we have to consider the family of subsets of X. Here in the second line, you can see that a family of subsets of X. So that is represented by the term called or a capital T. Okay, that capital T represents it is a family of subsets of X. Okay, if I want to say that that capital T is said to be a topology, is said to be a topology for the non-empty set X. Okay, it should satisfy 4 axioms. Here X is a non-empty set, tau is a family of subsets of X. If I say that tau is a topology on X, it should satisfy 4 axioms. Okay, in that the first axiom is X belonging to tau. That means the non-empty set X itself should be belonging to tau. So that it is a first axiom. Okay, first axiom means so whatever the given set is there, that should be there in tau. And second axiom of topology is phi belongs to tau. Phi belongs to tau means phi is called as empty set. All of you know that phi is empty set. So in the family of subsets, empty set should be there. So it is the second axiom of topology. So first axiom is the set itself present, and second one is empty set also should be present in tau. So with these two conditions, third one is there, that is arbitrary union of members of tau is again a member of tau. So here arbitrary union means if tau containing 10 subsets of X. If tau containing 10 subsets of X, it is an example. So out of 10 subsets, I want to consider 2 or 3 subsets. Between those 2 or 3 subsets, if I find the union, that resultant set is also should be present in tau. So that is the third axiom, arbitrary union of members of tau. Members of tau are nothing but subsets of X. Clear? Okay, out of those subsets, if I consider any 2 or 3 subsets, if I find the union, that union should be present in tau. So that is a sentence wise. So you can see that in the mathematical equations also we can represent that. That is for every alpha belonging to n. Here alpha means is a natural number set. So alpha means it is a numbers belonging to natural number set. Here for every alpha belonging to n, a alpha belonging to tau is there. Hello, is it clear everyone? Anyone reply me? Hello. Okay. So in that alpha, if alpha is 1, that is called a1, then the first subset of X is present in tau. If alpha is true, that is A2, then A2 belonging to tau. So like that, n number of subsets are there. If I find the arbitrary union, this line you can see that the union from alpha 1 to n. So there are n number of subsets are there. If I find the union of n number subset, that result should be also present in tau. Okay, it is the third axiom of topology. In the bracket, you can see that where n is some index set. Index set means it is a set of numbers. In that set only alpha is there. Okay, it is third axiom. And the fourth one is, the fourth axiom is related to intersection of subsets. You can see that finite intersection of members of tau is again a member of tau. That means here also it is just subsets between a n number of subset. I am considering any two. So here you can see that for every alpha belonging to n is there, for every alpha belonging to n, a alpha belonging to tau. So if it is alpha 1, a1 belonging to tau. If alpha is 2, a2 belonging to tau. So like that, for any two or more than two subsets, if I find the intersection, you can see that intersection from alpha 1 to n, a alpha belonging to tau. So for any two subsets, if I find the intersection, that resultant should be also present in tau. So it is a fourth axiom of topology. If all these four conditions satisfies, then there is a question of topology for the tau. So if all the four conditions or axioms satisfies, then you can say that this T, capital T, or it can be called it as a tau, then tau is called the topology on X. So important thing, X should be non-empty. Only for the non-empty sets, if all these four conditions satisfies with respect to tau, tau is called family of subsets of X. So it is clear that then tau is called topology on non-empty set X. And in a ordered pair, all of you know that how to write or represent a group theory. Group G comma star, you can write on that. Like that, in ordered pair, if I write X comma T in an open bracket, if I write X comma T or tau is called the topological space of X. Or you can write on this as topological space on the non-empty set X. So four conditions: X belongs to tau, phi belongs to tau, arbitrary union belonging to tau. The fourth one is finite intersection is also belonging to tau. So it is about the definition of topology. But how to find this for any set, for any one non-empty set, how we can define the topology? So now I will take one example here. I think all of you see that in let X equal to A, B, C. Here, X containing three elements, that means X is a non-empty set. Okay, that it is clear that. So now for that set X, I'm considering some families of X. So you can see that consider the following families of X. So families of X means these are subsets of X. Okay, in that I have taken that first one T1. Here the set T1 containing X and phi. So why I am taken that X here, there is a one fundamental concept or the property of sets is there, that is every set is subset of itself. That means here X is a one set. For X, X is a subset also. That means for every set, subset of itself. So first subset X is present. Okay, clear. Then T1 containing phi also. Phi is called empty set, and there is one property. Empty set is always a subset of every set. So second condition, so pi is present, so it is a subset of X. We prove that because empty set is always a subset of every set. Okay, so now go for the conditions. Only for T1, check all the axioms. The first axiom is X belonging to tau, so it is clear the first condition satisfies. Then empty set phi belonging to tau, okay, so second axiom satisfies. The third axiom is arbitrary union of members of tau is a member of tau. So arbitrary union means here only two subsets are there, X and phi. If I find the union between X and phi, that is X only, you can check it. If I find the union between X and phi, that is X only, so union is result is also present. So arbitrary union of members of tau is also present, so third condition satisfies. Then go for the fourth condition. The fourth condition is finite intersection of members of tau is a member of tau. So now our job is to find the intersection, but only there are two sets, X and phi. Okay, so if I find the X intersection phi, okay, so X is a complete set, phi is a empty set. If you find the intersection between any empty set, again that is a empty set because nothing is common. So intersection means you have to consider the common elements, but between X and phi, nothing is common. So answer is phi, but that phi is also present in T1. Okay, so that means with respect to T1, all four axioms are satisfied. X is present, phi is present, arbitrary union of tau is present, finite intersection is also present. So you can say that now T1 is called topology on X. Okay, here T1 is called topology on X, or and you can also write on that X comma T1, X comma T1, it is called the topological space of X. Clear? T1 is a topology on X and X comma T1 is called the topological space on X. So now I will move to the second example or second family of subsets. T2 containing X comma phi comma singleton set A, because X is a subset, phi is a subset, and singleton set is also a subset of X. Okay, so now T2 containing three subsets. So first check that first condition, X belonging to T2, so first condition satisfied. Phi belonging to T2, phi belonging to T2, so second condition satisfied. And union of members of tau, union of members of tau, you can find a union. X union phi is X, it is present, right? Then phi union A, answer is A is present. Then go for X union A. X union A is X only, X is present. Then you can take any possible unions. For all the arbitrary unions, the resultant is present in T2. Clear? Okay. So third condition is satisfied. Now you can move to the fourth condition. The fourth condition is about intersection. You can find the intersection now in T2. X intersection phi is phi, so phi is present in T2. Clear? Okay. Then phi intersection A, between phi and A nothing is common, so answer is empty set only. Phi intersection A is phi, then phi is also present in T2. Clear? Then go for X intersection A. X intersection singleton set A is there. If I find the intersection between X and A, answer is A, and that A is also present in T2. So here also you can say that T2 is called the topology on X. Clear? Because all the four conditions satisfies. And you can write on that X comma T2. X comma T2 is called the topological space on X. Topological space on X. Okay, so now move to the third possibility, T3. You can go for T3 here. T3 containing X comma, phi comma, A comma, B comma, AB. So here check all the four conditions. The first axiom of topology is X is present. Okay, over. Phi is present. It is over. Then union of members of tau. Union of members of tau, you can take any union. X union phi is X, clear. Phi union A is A. Answer A is there. So A union B, that is AB. AB is also present. Then you can take union between X and AB. X union AB, answer is X. So that X is also present. So third axiom for T3 is satisfied. Okay. Then go for the fourth axiom with respect to T3. What happened? X intersection phi, answer is phi. It is there. Phi intersection A, answer is phi. Phi is present, right? Then A intersection B, singleton set A intersection singleton set B. Nothing is common, answer is phi, but phi is present, clear. Then B intersection AB, B intersection AB, answer is B, but already B is there. So you can check all the possible intersection. You can check it once again after this class also. You will get that all the possible intersections are also present in T3. So all four axioms are satisfied for T3 also. Okay, then you can say that T3 is also, or tau3 is also called the topology on a non-empty set X. So now go for T4. Here T4 containing X, phi, singleton set A, singleton set B, singleton set C, now the set containing AB, BC, AC. Now check that, is there any other possibilities of subsets? I think no subsets are remaining. You can check it once again. X is there, phi is there, A, B, C, all three singleton sets are there. AB is there, BC is there, AC is there. So this concept, the concept of writing all the subsets of X, the concept of writing all the subsets of X in a single family called T4, it is called power set of X. Power set of X means the family containing all the possible subsets of X. Okay, here all the possible subsets are there, then it is represented as P of X. P of X means power set of X. Okay, so here also you can check all the possible cases. X is there. Okay, X is there, first rule over. Phi is there, second rule over. Then you can find out union between any two subsets or any n number of subsets. So now we'll take a union between A, B, C, all three together. A union B union C, answer is ABC. ABC is nothing but X. Okay, so X is present, over. Then you can take union between B and C. B and C union, answer is BC, that BC is also present. Okay, that BC is also present. Next, union between C comma AB. Union between C and AB, answer ABC, again X is present. Now you can find out the union between AB and BC. If I find the union between these two, AB and BC, answer is ABC, again it is X, so it is present. You can take any possibilities of arbitrary union. If that is present in T4, then you can say that it is a topology. But now only three conditions are over. Go for intersection also. Check the intersection. X intersection phi is, answer phi. So phi is present. You can take A intersection B between first 3 and 4th subset. Between these two, if I find the intersection, answer is phi. So that is present. Now you can take any arbitrary finite intersection. Okay. Now we'll take intersection between AB and BC. If I find the intersection between AB and BC, between these two, B is common. So answer is B, but that B is also present here. Okay, so finite intersection is also present. You can check that. Now, once again, all the four axioms of topology is satisfied with respect to T4. Okay, so once again, you can say that T4 is called the topology on a non-empty set X. Okay, clear. So now T1, T2, T3, T4, all these four families of subsets of X satisfies the all four axioms. Then you can say that this T1, T2, T3, T4 are all the topologies on X. Okay, clear. But what about T5 and T6? We can check that. The first four are topology. But now we'll move to the T5. It containing X, comma, phi, comma, A, comma, B. Okay. First axiom X is present over. Phi is present, second axiom is over. Then go for union. Union is X union phi is X. Phi union A is A, it is present. Then A union B, answer is AB, but AB subset is not present. You can check that. If I find the union between the third and fourth subset, if I find the union between third and fourth subject, A union B is answer A comma B, but A comma B is not present. So the third rule, arbitrary union of members of tau is not a member of tau here. So if it is a member, the third rule satisfied, but it is not a member means here I written that, you can check it. Here A union B is AB, it is not belonging to T5. So rule 3 is not obeys. So T5 is called not a topology on X. T5 is called not a topology on X. Okay, next go for T6. T6 is X comma A comma B comma AB. X comma A comma B comma AB. Here, according to the axioms of topology, it should contain the empty set. But phi is not here. First rule is obeys, X is present, okay. The union and intersection, third and fourth rule may be obey, but we are not checking. But second rule itself, phi is not belong to T6. So directly you can say that T6 containing X comma A comma B comma AB, it is not a topology on X. Okay, so now for a single set ABC, for a single set ABC, I have written 6 families of subsets T1 to T6. But as per the rules or axioms of topology, T1, T2, T3, T4, only those 4 families are topologies on X. But T5 and T6 are not a topologies on X. Okay, clear. T5 and T6 are not a topology means topological space will not exist. But for the first 4 topologies, T1, T2, T3, T4, for T1, X comma T1 is a topological space. For T2, X comma T2 is a topological space. For T3, X comma T3 topological space. Similarly, X comma T4 is also a topological space. Okay, clear? That means for a non-empty set, we can find out the n number of possible families of subsets, but we can't say that all the families of subsets are not a topology, because here examples are T5 and T6 are not topology on X. Okay, so I hope that all of you understood the concept of topology. So now consider this. The second example, X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So now 4 elements are there. Now 4 elements are there. Now your job is to check that Now your job is to check that is it satisfies the topology, is it satisfies the topology for this particular set. Okay, here the elements are x equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. It is a set. Now for this set, just I will take one example. I will call it as a t1. T1 containing 1. That means you first better to take x. Okay, x. I will take 5 comma. I will take one singleton set 1. So now tell me that t1 equal to x comma 5 comma singleton set 1. Is it a topology? Okay, those who understood, you can message. You can message also. So here t1 containing x comma 5 comma 1. So first rule of a topology, x is present in t1, clear. 5, the second rule, empty set should be present in t1, so that is also clear. Then go for arbitrary union of members of tau. Here x union 5 is x, so it is present, clear. 5 union 1, 5 union 1, 1 is there, answer is also 1, so that arbitrary union is also present. Then go for x union 1. X is the biggest set. So if you find union between x and 1, answer is x. That x is also present. Okay, clear. Then go for fourth law or fourth rule of topology, intersection. X intersection 5. X intersection 5 is 5. Answer is 5 present. Then 5 intersection 1. Answer is 5. That 5 is also present in the set of t1. So second rule for the second possibility is also intersection possible. Next, go for x intersection 1. If I find the intersection between these two, x intersection 1, again answer is 1 only, and that 1 is present in t1. Okay, then you can say that this t1 is called topology on x. Then you can write on that x comma t1 is a topological space on a non-empty set x. Okay, on a non-empty set x. So like this, for any non-empty set, you can write on the n number of families of subsets. For a given family, we have to check that it satisfies the topology or not. Okay, here I will take one more possibility. Now we'll call that it is t2. T2 containing x comma 5 comma. Now we'll take singleton set 1 and singleton set 2. Okay, and 1 comma 2. So now T2 containing x comma 5 comma singleton set 1 comma singleton set 2 and 1 comma 2. Check all the four possibilities. X is present, right. 5 is present, right. The third rule of topology, arbitrary union. X union 5, answer is x present. Okay, over. 5 union 1, answer is 1, 1 is present, right. Then 1 union 2, 1 union 2, answer is 1 comma 2. So this is also present. So for the third possibility, answer is over. Then check a possibility for x and 1 comma 2. X and 1 comma 2, answer is x only, that x is present. So you can check other possibilities also, that t2 satisfies arbitrary union of members of t2 are present in t2. Clear? So third rule of topology is obeys. Then go for fourth rule. Fourth rule is finite intersection of members of tau. Okay, finite intersection of members of tau means first set x intersection 5, answer is 5, so it is present, right. Next 5 intersection 1, answer is 5. Okay, that 5 is present. Then 1 intersection 2, between 1 and 2 nothing is common. Okay, answer again it is 5, but 5 is present. Then go for intersection between 1 and 1 comma 2. If I take a intersection between these two, 1 and 1 comma 2, the common element is 1, that 1 is present in the set. Okay, then go for 2 intersection 1 comma 2. Between these two, between these two, 2 intersection 1 comma 2, again this 2 is common. Okay, and that in singleton set 2 is also present in a T2. So as per my knowledge, for T2, all the 4 possible axioms, all the axioms of topologies are satisfied, then you can say that T2 is called the topology on non-empty set X. Here the non-empty set containing 4 elements. Okay, so here T2 satisfies all the axioms, means you can write on that X comma T2 in ordered pair or in a open bracket, X comma T2 is called the topological space on X. X comma T2 is called the topological space on X. Okay, in the previous example, only 3 elements are there, A, B, C. For 3 elements, I written that 6 possible families. Out of 6 possible families of subsets, 4 are topology, okay, and 2 are non-topology on X. But here I have given the example of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the number of elements present in the set are more, so once the numbers of elements are more, so you can write on the more number of families of subsets. So now this is an homework for you. For X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, you have to write minimum 10 possible subfamilies. Minimum 10. Already 2 I have written that, T1 and T2. Now T3 to T10, we have to write families of subsets. In remaining 8, you have to write at least 6 are topology on X. Out of remaining 8, at least 6 should be topology on X, and T9 and T10. So you have to write the family of subsets. Those of T9 and T10 should not be topology on X. You have to create a family like that. You have to create a family like that where T9 and T10 are not a topology on X. So it is a homework. So everyone, you have to try this problem and write it in your book, and you can send it in WhatsApp group, or you can send to me personally also. Okay, it is homework. So by solving this example, these two examples, we can come to a conclusion that, so what are the important concepts you have to remember related to the topology? So as for the discussions now, here note is there, you can see that in the screen. In the note 1, it represents that every non-empty set X can be made a topological space. Okay, is it clear? In the example number 1 and example number 2, both are non-empty set. For both the non-empty set, we have written the topological space. Okay, it is clear that every non-empty set X can be made a topological space, even though there is a single element present. Even though there is a single element present that is non-empty, so you can say that every non-empty set can be made a topological space. Okay, so it is the first rule or the first note related to the topology. And the second note, you can see that for any given non-empty set X, there can be many topologies on X. For any non-empty set X, there can be many topologies on X. It is just like example number 1. For the example number 1, I have written 6 subfamilies, 6 families of topology. Out of 6, T1 to T6, first 4 are topology, and T5 and T6 are non-topology. So there is a possibility of writing many topologies. So first 4 are topologies on a single set X. Okay, that means for a single set X, it depends upon the number of elements. If the elements present in X are more, there is a more possibilities of writing tautology. If elements present in X are less, there is a less possibilities of writing tautology. So that is the second rule or second note for any given non-empty set X. There can be many tautologies on X. Clear? Okay, next, go for the third note related to the tautology. The third note represents that not all the families of subsets, not all the families of subsets of X can be tautologies on X. It is, again, we can move to the example number 1. In the example number 1, I have written 6 families of subsets, but T5 and T6 are not a tautology on X. Clear? So that is the note here. Not all the families of subsets of X can be tautologies on X. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸಬ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗಳು tautology ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So these are the 3 important notes related to the tautology. So already I have given one example, that is for homework 1 2 3 4. There are 4 elements. For that example, you have to write 10 possible subfamilies. T1 to T10, already 2 are over. Okay, then write down remaining 8. Out of 8, 6 should be tautology on X and 2 should not be tautology on X. Okay, then only you can understand these 3 notes on tautologies. Clear? Okay, so next concept is there, that is open set. So as I given the time for you, 10:45, always we are very near to 10:45. So just I want to say that the definition of open set only. Then in the next class I will tell you the properties of open sets. Okay, here open set definition. So if I want to define a open set, it is not an open interval. Okay, keep in your mind that it is not open interval. We are defining an open set. Here if I say that any set is open set, it should satisfy one condition. That is, you can see that let X tau be a topological space. Already you know that X is a non-empty set, T is a tautology on X, then automatically X tau is called the tautological space. So if X tau is a tautological space, then T should contain subsets. All of you know that T is called the family of subsets of X. So there should be at least one subset. Clear? So that subset I consider it as A. Here A is a subset contained in T. So if I is a open set in X, if I say that A is open set X, so or T open sets if A belonging to tau. Now A ಅನ್ನೋ set ಗೆ open set ಅನ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that open set, that set A should be present in tau. Okay, that open set should be present in tau. You can see that for a set A is a subset of X. A is a subset of X, but that A is not there in T. If that A is not there in T, then you can say that A is not an open set. If it present, if A is present in T, then you can say that A is a open set of X. So you can go for the previous example number 1 or 2. So whatever the subsets present, whatever the subsets present in tautology T, T1 to T6, okay, T1 to T6, all those are called the open sets of X. You can see that in the example number 1, T1 containing X and phi, so X is also open set, phi is also open set. T2 containing X, phi and A, here X is open set, phi is open set, A is open set. With respect to T2, here singleton set B is not there. Clear? With respect to T2, singleton set B is not there. Then at that time B is not an open set. Keep in your mind that in a T2 singleton set B is not there. So if it is there, then only it is open set. If it is not there, it is called closed set. Okay, it is called closed set. Okay, with respect to T2, with respect to T2, A comma B, with respect to T2, A comma B is also not open set because A comma B is not present in T2. Okay, then only the subsets present in the topology are called the open sets. Otherwise, those are not open sets. Okay, so it is about open sets of a topological spaces. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask now. You can ask any questions. Those who have a doubt, you can on your mic. The mic on ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಏನಾರ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. Otherwise you can message also in personally WhatsApp ಒಳಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, our group ಒಳಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. And where we have doubt while solving the example number 2, first we have to try it. ಮೊದಲು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. If you have any doubt, you can send that solved paper only. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ನನಗೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so anyone, if you have any doubt, you can ask now. So everyone clear the topic called topology? It is the most important concept. Okay, any questions you can ask now. So just remember that 4 rules of topology, that is the most important thing here. All the 4 axioms, if satisfied for any family of subsets, then that family is called topology on X, but the X should be non-empty. Okay, so if there is no questions, means nothing is understood or everything is understood. So whatever it may be,